hope you're doing well. Good afternoon, and happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's doing well, and thank you so much for joining. And yeah, I hope you're doing well wherever you're joining from. Welcome, welcome, and please let me know where you're joining from. I am so excited to talk to you guys. You know, I most of my Instagram live, I actually prepare for it. But recently, I haven't had a lot of time to prepare for things. Like the last Instagram live that I did, which was really focusing on the struggles that students and immigrants go through in different part of the world. I am surprised that, I came on Instagram Live, I just kind of pour out my heart and I was going to delete that conversation, but people said don't delete it. I left it on, and the type of support, the type of love, and how much it resonated with other people, it just makes me feel like we are all in the same boat. We are all going through the same issues. We are all passing through the same situations. And this is why I do what I do, just to make sure that other people can feel the love, that you can feel like you're not alone. You may be somewhere alone. Somebody just said she's in Prague. You may be in Prague. You may not see people who are speaking your language. You may not see a lot of people who look like you, but just know that you can come online. You can find people who want to support you. And you may be in Nigeria right now and feeling like you want to leave, and maybe things are not going your way. Just know that we're here to support you. You may be in Ghana and be thinking, what's next for me? I want better for my children. Just know that there are people who want to support you. And sometimes they're not close by. Sometimes they're not family members. Sometimes they're just people you met randomly online. Just know that sometimes it's a word for you, sometimes there are people who can support you. All right, welcome everybody from different part of the world, and I am so happy that you decided to join us. And usually my team put together IG Lives, and they want me to come and share a few things. As you all know, my name is Adiola Olubamiji. I go by Dr. Adi. I'm a career coach these days, and when I'm not doing career coaching, I'm still a technologist. I have a PhD in biomedical engineering. I am a digital transformation leader. When it comes to the future of work, I am very passionate about that, and I do work in that space. Right now I work for myself, so I'm helping people jackpot, and I'm helping people get very good job. I help you jackpot and secure the bag. That is what I'm doing. Why? Human capital development is underrated, right? In where we came from, people are passionate about becoming engineers, becoming doctors, and the reason why our countries are the way they are is that human capital development has been neglected for years. People don't think that people who are working on human capital development should be prioritized. They don't think they have to be taken care of. They don't think it's a thing, They don't think it's a thing. They don't think people need to make good money. They don't think people need to know their rights. I have chosen that human capital development is what I want to invest my time, my energy, my knowledge into. So I'm happy to be doing that. Today, I want to talk a bit about pay negotiation. The reason why my team chose, this is a topic we don't talk about publicly. If you're not on my mentorship program, I wish you all the best. Go and negotiate. But this is a topic that I chose because last month was Black History Month. The Canadian government released a statistic stating that Black people are underpaid. We are underpaid, we are doing jobs that we are overqualified for, which means we are underpaid. And it really took me aback. I started wondering, why are my people underpaid? And there are a lot of reasons why this has happened to us. And I felt like, even if it is to share a few things here and there, I want to share a few things to let people understand, why are you underpaid? And if you're underpaid, what should you do about it? And to know how to make sure your next job that you're going to apply for, you are not going to be underpaid. The first rule is never accept the first offer. It does not matter what that first offer is. Wherever that first offer came from, there is more money there. So never accept the first offer. If you know anybody right now, they're interviewing, they're looking for a job, you need to call them to join this live because I want to start to drop those gems. If you've seen any testimony from a lot of my people, they will tell you never accept the first offer. Why? The first offer is always the lowest on the table. So if you're interviewing for any role and they offer you something, just know that wherever that is coming from, there is more money there. When you accept the first offer, you are likely to be the lowest paid person on your team who have that your qualification. So just know that you have to always ask for more. Then the second thing here is where sometimes people you're the reason why they give you that offer because you have given them a range. Maybe the first time you spoke to that recruiter asked you how much, what's your pay expectation? You went ahead without knowing what you should be asking for. You just threw in a pay expectation and told them, yes, I would like to be paid 60 to 70,000. I would like to be paid 70 to 80,000. I would like to be paid. It is you who have called out that number. Now, because you have given them a number, they will stay within that number. Guess what? Never call out a number you're not comfortable with. If that number you're not going to be happy with it, don't make it your bottom number. Your bottom number should always be the number that you thought about as a number that you would like. Never tell a recruiter a bottom number that you do not like. So I'm saying this, the first rule, never accept the first offer. The second rule, never call out a number you're not comfortable with. Don't think for them. Now, most times, some people call out a number because they've gone on Glassdoor. They've gone on Indeed. They saw that this is the pay scale for this job on Glassdoor, and you call out that number. Let me tell you, oftentimes, according to what I use and what other people who are career coaches have seen, Indeed numbers, Glassdoor numbers do not represent you. It does not represent you, and oftentimes they are completely wrong. Right? For example, if you go on Indeed right now, you put there and say, what do a business analyst earn in Canada? Indeed will say they earn 75,000 or thereabouts. Right? I have worked with some business analysts who have earned from 70,000 to 180,000. Right? I had worked with people who had, as business analysts, who had been on jobs that were paying them 180K. So on Indeed, if you look at the average salary for business analysts in Canada, it's 75,000. I'm able to get 180K for someone. So I'm saying this to you because, in fact, I've worked. It's crazy that what number they put on there on those Indeed Glassdoor, they're completely wrong. Do not use that number to judge yourself. Do not use your number to go and call out a range for an employer. This is the platform that Black people are using to call themselves range that make us underpaid. Why? Instead of talking to a career coach to help you understand what you should be asking for, you went on Indeed, you went on Glassdoor. It shows this nonsense number. You went and called that nonsense number in an interview. Now they want to give you 65,000 as the bottom range for a role that they should have paid you 125 because you didn't want to pay a career coach that's $300. Now you have left how much on the table? 40K. My people, being penny wise, pound foolish is foolishness. You think you can Google that thing, right? So, because I'm telling you, because I want you to be going and seeing it, right? If you go on LinkedIn, on Glassdoor right now, they said business analyst earns 75,000. I've never worked with a business analyst that makes 75,000. Never. Under my watch, you don't get underpaid. Are you mad? That is your career coach. You don't want to buy a house. You know, all my people have to buy a house. So when you come to me, I'm saying, okay, this is all right. Because what you're worth is not what they put online. Your worth is a function of many things. Your worth is a function of your work experience, your competencies, your skill sets, how you sell yourself, what is in your resume, how you show up. That's your worth. That's your worth. Your worth is not what Indeed put on there. Your worth is not what Glassdoor put on there. What they put there is BS. Total BS. Somebody needs to tell Glassdoor that thing they put on there is why Black people are underpaid. Because Black people don't want to pay no career coaches. They put Google, oh yeah, tell me, I'm a business analyst. How much should I ask? Glassdoor tell them 75K. They go ahead and they ask for 75K. And now they give them 75K. On that same team, they are paying somebody else 120K. Now, you say that it is racism. It's not racism. It's your inability to know your worth. It's your inability to negotiate your worth. It is not racism. It's the money you asked them that they gave you. I'm saying this as a Black person, right? Your inability to negotiate, your inability to know your worth is why you call a wrong number and they will pay you that wrong number and you are the lowest paid person on your team. It is your fault. It is nobody else's fault. From now on, if you're looking for a new job, do not go to Glassdoor to find your number. That is not your real worth. That is not it. I'm saying this with my full chest because having coached over 1,000 people, have never still have a business analyst that makes 75,000. And that is the number that is on Glassdoor today. All my business analysts, they go from 100K to 180K. So I'm saying this as an example that you can Google to find out yourself. So also all these different careers. And I'm saying this because Africans believe that I can't, I've had people who say, what does she think she knows? What does she know where I don't know? What you don't know is that when you use the number that Indeed gave you and Glassdoor, you have left $14,000 on the table. Now, we've started with your worth is not what is on Glassdoor. Your worth is determined by a cumulative of your work experience with your education, with the skill sets, with your competencies, and how you sell yourself during that interview. That determines what you should be asking for. And a career coach can evaluate that for you. Your worth is unique to you, right? I can look at your work experience and everything and say, based on what you have as a person, this is the pay scale we should be asking for. Somebody just joined this right now. I remembered when she loved that company, they love her. They gave her, I think, 90K. And then they wanted to increase her salary. Business analyst, they were making 93K. She came to me, I said, oh yeah, you have to leave that company. She said, but I like the company. I said, no, be your papa company. Oh yeah, go and look for another job. She went, Alele, she went and looked for another job. Her next job was 166K, 166,000. And that's a business analyst too, right? We went from 90K, they gave her 3K extra on her company. She was trying to negotiate, they were playing hardball. We went to another company, we get 166K. I'm saying this because I've seen a lot of times people using LinkedIn Indeed numbers, or they will say that on the job puts a number, this is the number. Oftentimes it's not the job that put the number, it's Indeed that put an approximate number. It is LinkedIn that put an approximate number. That approximate number is not your number. What is your number? Dr. Ali has said again today, what is your number? Now, because you have gone ahead, you've taken 3 certifications, you have gone ahead, you have all these skills, you've gone to different boot camps, you have 15 years experience, you have 3 awards, you have led a big project, and then you went ahead and be using Indeed number and Glassdoor number to be calling small numbers, right? Now they pay you that small number with joy. They are very happy that you didn't know your worth, so they give you that job. Now, we've talked about never accept the first offer. Don't determine your worth by what is on that online. Number 3 is that oftentimes immigrants, we are our own enemy. We are our own enemy because we are not actually able to, if you know stuff, right? You can't market yourself. You have not been coached on interview skills. So when you're explaining who you are humble. You are experiencing humility syndrome in your explanation. You have not explained properly what you have done, who you are. If you're talking to people who wants to buy your product, and your product is good, and you are not explaining why should they buy your product, example of successes that your product has done, nobody's going to rate that product. So I'm telling you today that explaining your competence is an art. Being able to tell your story is an art. Sometimes telling our story, I know Nigerians have skirt and blouse experience. You have worked another thing, skirt and blouse. Yes, but we can create a story out of your skirt and blouse experience in such a way that when we sell your story to them, when somebody hear what you've done, the impact you have made, they forget the skirt and blouse. They think about the story, the logic, and the progression. Have you sat down to look at what you have and say, I want to create a story out of this. I want a compelling story of how to sell myself. Your inability to sell yourself is why you are not getting paid your worth. Sometimes Africans also, we hide experience. Why? Because people have told you, you are overqualified for that work. So please remove this experience and remove. Sometimes you don't need to hide that experience. There's a story regarding that experience that is transferable to what you are trying to apply for. If you're not selling yourself properly, the offers they'll give you is going to be a lot lower than everybody. There's something I want to say. All right, so I see Africans applying for roles we are overqualified for. Let me explain. Example. I see Africans applying for roles, people who have 8 years experience as project managers in Nigeria, come to the UK and start to ask for a project coordinator role. Come to Canada and start to look for a project coordinator role. Come to the US and feel like they should be asking for a project coordinator role. A project coordinator role will pay you at least $40,000 lower. 40,000, read my lips, 40,000 lower than a project manager role. If you're not getting a project manager role, it's not a reason to go down and look for a smaller role. You have the experience. You're not getting that role because that resume is not doing its job. It is not that you should go to a lower role. I'm saying this because I have seen many people relocate and then they go to a lower role. Now you have left $40,000 on the table. Do not leave money on the table. That is your work experience. You should get a career coach to help you understand, how do I sell myself? That's who I am. Stop bending. Stop bending to do lower roles. I'm saying this because I have seen several people who are supposed to be looking for senior engineers role. They are looking for entry level. Just give me something. I've seen people who are supposed to be looking for director roles, who are looking for entry level role or just something on the manager level. I want you to take, this year is important to stay in your grace. You have that experience. You just have to know how to sell yourself. You don't have to go to the third level lower. I have seen so many project managers. Hey, people, you know what? We are going to go to the kitchen together because the soup that I put on fire, I forgot it. Let's go and off the fire before the soup go and boil. Hey, Dr. Adi is cooking. She has forgotten. She has come on Instagram live. I'm just hearing in the kitchen. Sorry. Okay. We have off the soup. Oh yeah, back to IG. Before we go and burn down the obe. All right, back. We are back. Okay. Back to this conversation. Right. I see many people settle for lower roles. Settling for lower roles means that you are going to be given roles that you are overqualified for and you're already underpaying yourself. Something is critical, especially in this part of the world, America, Canada. You are living in, let's do this analogy. You are living in Indiana. Indiana is a small city. You have a job that pays you $60,000. Now you're looking for another job. You went ahead and saw this job in New York and applied for this job. Now, this job in New York said they're going to pay you $100,000. You know, you're making $65K in Indiana. $65K in Indiana is equal to $120,000 in New York. Are you listening? $65,000 in Indiana is equal to about $120,000 in New York. So if you now see that New York, they want to pay you $100,000 and you were making $65K in Indiana. If you take that New York job for $100,000, your cost of living in New York is way higher than Indiana. The $100,000 in New York is like 50-something thousand in Indiana. What does that mean? You have actually lost money. The value of money in different parts of the world is different. In the same country, in America, If you get a job in San Francisco and you are coming from Indiana, you are dancing that they have doubled your salary. That doubling of salary is not equal. It's not a double salary because housing in that place, in Indiana, the place that you rent for $1,000, in New York, you probably rent it for $6,000. So if you think they've given me more money in New York. So 65,000 is what you had before. Now they have given you 100,000. Your 65,000 in Indiana is equal to 120,000 in New York. If you take a New York job and believe they're paying you 100K, you two don't reach 6 figure. Error raised to power 35. Lower. Error. All right. There are tools to calculate this. I've come here to do this because there is a boot camp coming up on Saturday. Let's come to the boot camp. Let's show you the numbers. Let's teach you how to make the calculations. Let's give you all the figures. You have refused to buy your boot camp ticket. Do you want to not make money? What's your problem? Why are you trying to not make money? It's money that you use to find money. Buy a boot camp ticket. Let's show you 90-day strategy. You want a good job in 90 days? Well, I have subsidized this for you. Come to the boot camp. Let's explain how you will make this money. Because I have seen many people who will come to me and say, I remember one of my mentees. She was living in Texas. Texas, they don't pay, in America, we have federal tax, we have state tax, we have plenty tax. Texas, they don't pay state tax. So when you work in Texas, your take home is a little more because there's no state tax. In Chicago, we pay state tax. It's about 7%. I don't know how much. My husband is a tax guy. So I don't know how much. Shadow that we are paying like 7% of the income is state tax. Now, my mentee got a job in another place that has state tax. The increase they gave her is this thing. She left Texas and moved there only for her to take home. You know, they gave her $25,000 more. Her take home reduced. The different taxes, by the time she paid her rent, everything, her take home has reduced by 25%. So she came back and said, doctor, after I pay my rent, I pay taxes, I pay this and that. The amount of money I am seeing right now is 25% less than I was seeing when I was in Texas. Why did I take this job? I said, Shebi, you took the job. Shebi, I told you not to take the job. You said it's a senior role. A senior role that you like the title. Now title you won't chop. You don't chop title. I don't chop your money 20%. I don't chop our money. I'm saying this because some jobs are not worth taking. She wanted a senior role. The title was attractive. She wanted to lead a team. So for that reason, she said, yes, this job will offer me opportunity to, there's $20,000 more. There is bigger title. There is opportunity to lead a team. Doctor, you are not getting it. I told her, don't take she said, I'm not getting it. That part, the rest, she listened to me. That part, don't take this work. She said she won't take her. She don't take her. She don't move. They don't cut 20,000 from her money. They gave her more work now, more responsibility. Because now she has a team to lead. Before, she was living her life and enjoying because her responsibility was not a lot. Now she has a team to lead. She has moved to another city that she doesn't even know a lot of people. Now she has to start to make new friends. Now she's losing money. And then she came back and said, doctor, you should have yelled at me. You should have been yelling at me. I said, I should have been yelling at you. You told me that's what you want, that you want a lead role. You want the title. You want to lead a team. I told you the money is not going to be in your favor. You were telling me there's 20,000 more. I'm saying this because there are some jobs that if you take them, the money may look on the outside like it's more money. The cost of living, the state taxes, all those things, they're going to chop into your money, and you're going to be surprised that what you think is small that you have is better than that. Please, before you make your next move, always remember, what city is this new role? Is it fully remote? Even if it's fully remote, which city's tax are they going to be cutting? Is it their headquarter tax or my own state tax? Secondly, will this role bring more responsibility? If it brings more responsibility, am I paid for that more responsibility? Number 3, the number that I'm about to get, the number that I'm about to call, if they ask me, what are you looking for? Before I go and open my mouth, should that doctor I did tell me, I be his glass door. If I didn't tell you number, you go and call some nonsense number. When your mates are buying 4 houses, you now not have house. You now say it's audio house because you don't believe that people can make money. Because village people, they pursue you. Now internet, you go to find your own number. If I didn't give you the number, a career coach didn't give you the number. A career coach is familiar with what you have. Your education, your qualifications, your work experience, the competencies. By the time I help you, I package that in. Package. When they see your resume, that hiring manager is like, I would really love to meet this person. This is, let the hiring manager be excited. Every job that I have done, I have played hardball. I'll hardball and say, this is how much I want. If you don't give me, make everybody go to their house. Why? My resume is a delight. When you see it, you will want to talk to me. Let the resume do a good amount of work so you don't have to convince people too much. When the resume don't talk, it get out. The resume, they don't wait. 6 seconds. They see the resume. In 6 seconds, the recruiter is looking for your education requirement. You met it. Work experience requirement. You met it. All the things they said they were looking for, you have them, and you have more. You have all the technical skills, tools. Is looking. The recruiter 6 seconds saying yes. They forget that you're African. You know, I talked here about our resume a few days ago that Africans believe that we need to shortchange ourselves because of where we have gone to school or our backgrounds. And it's sad. And I understand that, right? Because when people see our resume, they see us, right? They see our name. They see our name. Our name is African. Once they see our name and it's African, unconscious bias kicks in. When unconscious bias kicks in, for them, they're like, oh, this person is from a third world country. Oh, this person probably doesn't have papers yet. Oh, this person probably didn't go to school here. Oh, this person probably doesn't know how our work culture works here. Oh, this person may not know the technical tools. Oh, this person may not know the softwares. Unconscious bias is general. Everybody has it. But you have to have a resume that kicks it out. Immediately they think you're from Africa. Let your resume tells them, I am very good. Immediately they want to think another thing. Let your resume say, can't you see all my competence? Immediately they want to say something else. Let your resume sell you enough to get that unconscious bias out. It kicks it out enough that they are now excited to talk to you. Say, wow, she's African, but she's really good. With all these things I'm looking at, I think I should talk to her. By the time they go to the bottom, they see more things, they say, well, I need to talk to her. Now you have been prepared to know how to talk about yourself. I have strategy on how to do your introduction, which is the first impression. If I teach you my strategy for first impression, you go kill that first impression. Elevator pitch of life. I'll give you the format. By the time you give your elevator pitch, all of these things I'll teach you on how to interview. They will send you to the hiring manager. When the hiring manager, the way we package that resume, the hiring manager will say, I want, even if not 3 people you want interview, you go there now. Why you don't go there? I'm saying this because when we don't sell ourselves well with our resume, then we have to convince somebody a lot. When your resume already have done the convincing, you are just adding icing on the cake during that interview process. You are adding, because they have already been convinced. You are just there to icing on the cake. When people are excited about your candidacy, when you ask for more money, they give you. When they're not excited about your candidacy, when you ask for more money, they want to rescind their offer. They want to take their offer back because they just pity you and give you. It wasn't that you were good. Everybody is good. I spoke to someone today. Many people that I've spoken to like that is an accountant from Nigeria with over 15 years of experience. Very good. I tested his resume. His resume was telling me that he wasn't qualified up to 30%. Why? He didn't know how to sell itself. His resume was shortchanging him completely. He wasn't getting any interviews. By the time I tested out his resume, I told him, we both saw it. I also tested out what job can he do. We saw that he was highly qualified, but the resume wasn't selling him well. So he wasn't getting interviews. Sometimes when we put in the work, like I've done my resume, it's good. It's not actually good because nobody has tested it for you. You are probably here. You already felt like this is how much you should make. It's probably not right because nobody has told you the right number you should be aiming for based on your work experience and background. Sometimes we have our own elevator pitch. This is how I want to sell myself. Who has listened to it? Has somebody listened to it and told you that is good? Because as immigrants, our lack of understanding of how to sell ourselves is our biggest enemy. We don't have problems getting certifications. We don't have problems going back to school. We don't have problems getting more degrees. An average Nigerian has gone to do masters in the UK. Whether it's online or something, we've gotten another masters. Nigerians and Ghanaians, and they like book. But we collect all of this and then refuse to sell ourselves in such a way that people know that we're good. We forget the fact that we have an enemy. The first enemy we have is our name, our African name. When recruiters see it, unconscious bias, they just think Africa, third world country. You think getting more certification is what you need right now? That's not what you need. You need to understand sales. How do you sell yourself is the first thing you need. Everybody must know how to. If you don't know how to sell yourself, that certification you are getting is a waste. In the resume, they don't even see our skin color. They just see our name. And it's a fact. When you two see a Chinese name, you know Chinese name. When you see the name, you have unconscious bias. How you think. I say, oh, that's a Chinese person. Oh, that's an Indian. All the things you know about Indians come into your head. Everybody have unconscious bias. When you see a white person's resume, same. When they see us too, same. They think about our countries as third world with no innovation, with no understanding of how industries here work. Then you think you're getting more additional education. First thing, sales. You need to be at the boot camp. Let me hope. This is how you sell yourself on your resume. Some of you are here. Some of your colleagues that you went to school who are not even as smart as you, they are killing it. They are killing it. They get the best jobs. They marry the best husband. They live in the best places. And you think it's village people that is worrying you. It's lack of your sales understanding that is worrying you. You didn't know how to sell all this good stuff you have. That's why you have not found husband. Because when you met Bobo that you're supposed to be talking well, you are not talking well. When you go into the meeting with recruiters, when you're supposed to have resume that have told you well, they don't even call you for interview because you have not sold yourself. Now that person that is half as smart, they know they're not smart, so they come to Dr. Adi. Dr. Adi, I don't know, boo, go help me. Like you, Dr. Adi, fix that. Dr. Adi, you don't say me, no, boo. Help me. They have come. We have helped them. They've gotten jobs in better place. You're doing it like this. I'm smart. That your smartness is why you are where you are. You think you know. Get help. You know fit. You think, yes, I know. Yes, I'm a good girl. Yes. Good girl, like they carry last. Somebody will don't know how to sell themselves. Now last, then go days. Last. They'll be doing more certification. More certification. Instead of boot camp is coming, let me sit down there, let them teach me. How should I put my resume? How should my LinkedIn profile look? Where are the jobs? Where should I, instead of, some of you are here, the only place you know for job is LinkedIn and Indeed. Do you know any other place? Do you know any other place? You think that's the place where the job are? You think in LinkedIn and Indeed is where people are getting job? Eh? Sit down there. Sit down there. I'll be LinkedIn. I'm getting notification. Indeed, the job you got notification for, 2,000 people have applied for the same job. You will not go and find where other people are getting job. My sister, we not go turn off this mic. This mic safe. I go increase up. All of you that have come abroad, is LinkedIn, is Indeed. There are other places, there are other methods to get jobs. There are better places to understand your value. You have value. And sometimes, Yoruba people, you people will see me tell you, my mentor said this. Yoruba people said, Atukpa oleri di arai. You that you have Atukpa, you are light. If this is a light, you cannot see your bottom. Light is not seeing the bottom. Yet, you think the problem with you is get more certifications. The more certifications that you don't even know how to sell it. You don't know how to sell yourself. In that interview, you don't know what to say. You are just there. I will tell some people, every time somebody comes to have interview prep with me, and I ask them, can you tell me a bit about myself? I've not found a Nigerian, never. I have coached over 1,000 people. One person. Pearl is the only person out of all my mentees that have come to my mentorship program, and I asked her, tell me about yourself. And in less than 2 minutes, she articulated amazing stuff. Our elevator pitch is good. She's the only person. Out of that, 99.99% of all my mentees, interview prep with Dr. Hadi. All right, I'm starting with you. Tell me about yourself. They will start ranting. They will now go left, right. I'll now have to tell them, stop. Stop. Imagine going to an interview like that. That's your first opportunity to tell them who you are. You don't even know. You that you are listening to me. Oh yeah, do tell me about yourself. Do that, tell me about yourself. If you can't do that, tell me about yourself. You better go and apply for bootcamp. Because if you don't come to this bootcamp, now you lose. You snooze, you lose. Tell me about yourself. Our people go rant, go left, go right. You don't get head, you don't get tail. I'll now say, oh yeah, oh, this is my script. Oh yeah, take this script. This is what you're going to tell them. Oh yeah, tell them this and this and this. Oh yeah, go and write your pitch down. They will now write their pitch down. They will now, oh yeah, tell me, let me hear. They will now, oh yeah, record yourself. They will now record themselves. Okay, it's looking good, but I'm still hearing, Oh yeah, record. I'm saying this because the first question in an interview, an average Nigerian don't have an understanding of how to do it. In a way that will sell you. Coconut head people, they will not hear. They will not come to the bootcamp. They'll still go and be Googling, tell me about yourself. You are African. Your case is different. Before you came to that interview, it took intervention for them to call you. Because normal, they shouldn't call you. Unconscious bias have told them you are not good. Now your resume has done it. Whip out the miracle. They call you for interview. Now they are just saying, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. You want to show up to a place where they had given you benefit of the doubt with no preparation. You have to show up. See, if you don't know the enemy that is fighting us, then we can be shooting sporadically. The first enemy is that you are black. They already think so low of you. So you can't afford to go to that interview without an understanding of, I am thoroughly prepared. I will shine through like diamond. By the time they finish talking to me, they will be like, wow, I didn't know Africans can be this smart. Every company that hired me as an African, as a black person, by the time I leave their company, they would have hired more black people. Because I would have showed you that black people can be full of grace and brain. That when you see another African, you will not doubt them. Most especially for America, the US is big. I mean, employers would have come across Africans. For Canadians, a lot of the employers, you are probably the first black person in your company, or second. They're not used to us. So when they see an African name, they're like, wow, so... And you want to show up to such a place unprepared. Please, the same energy that you are putting to go and take courses on Udemy, the same energy that you are applying to take certifications like PMP, like CBA, the same energy that you are using to apply for jobs, that same energy, use it to find career coach who will help you negotiate, who will help you position, who will teach you how to sell yourself. Apply the same energy, because if you don't apply the same energy, everything else you've done is a waste. Imagine having 4 certifications and you are still not able to make 110,000. Imagine having a master's, 2 masters, and they're still paying you 65,000. Imagine having all the things you have and you're not maximizing it because you think you can Google your way into 6 figures and 7 figures. Why? But when they say come and buy coaching for business analysis, it's $2,000. You go and borrow money. Come and buy coaching for project management. You borrow money. But come and buy career coaching that will help you put everything together and sell you well. You refuse. Africans, our priorities are wrong. You have 4 certifications. How much do you need of those things to be successful? Maybe nothing. You are borrowing money to go and buy business analysis course, project manager course, scrum master course. You are borrowing money, you are swiping your credit card. The career coaching, these business analysis people, they say we will help you put resume together. Are they career coaches? Are they career coaches? Why are they helping you put resume together? When they help you put resume together, are they going to teach you how to sell yourself there? Are they going to help you the first 90 days on the job? Are they going to tell you office politics so that on that job you get promoted? Those are career coaches' jobs. You should be giving her some props. And that's why when I started, I said I'm doing human capital development now, and you people don't rate career coaches. Career coaches are the most underrated people. But you rate those your coaches that are teaching you Scrum Master, Igba Hawu. You are rating them. But the person who is going to help you put the whole thing together to make sense, you're not rating them. Okay, we have talked a lot about understanding how to negotiate. And I've added some tips on the interview. Have also added a few things on how our look. So some of us, let me tell you this tip to interview, you women. You are going to that interview. You know, we are all woke. I'm African. I'm African to the core. You know, in the past, if you ask me what's my name, I'll put, on my resume, I'll put Adi Olubamiji. Now, because of how God has blessed me, I'm no longer Adi Olubamiji. I'm Adiola Olubamiji. You can't call it. That's your wahala. I'm no longer humble on my resume. But if you know, you're a new immigrant, you're trying to find a job, should you put your name and shorten it or something? Yes, I agree with that. Should you show up to an interview with dreadlocks? No, you should not. Your hair is political. Your hair is political. You cannot show up to that interview with your afro looking like this. You don't have to. Go with the way they will at least be nice to you and accept you. This is the bitter truth. I'm not going to be telling you, go and be woke in a Canadian interview. They will now think, your hair is our hair. Black people say, it makes political statements. It makes political statements. Will that your Scrum Master person tell you that your hair will make a political statement? They don't know. I know. Some of you will say, I've been getting interviews, I've not been getting the job. I'll ask them, so what hair? What hair did you wear to that interview? You're asking me about hair. You didn't even ask me what did I say. I said your hair. Let's start from the hair. Your appearance. How did you go to that interview? Well, I had my hair, I had dreadlocks. You better cover it with wig. Alakoba. Because there is multiple layers of unconscious bias. Bootcamp is Saturday and Sunday. Everything that I have, that I teach people, that they pay more money for, that we're about to turn to 1,500, I will share it at the bootcamp for $150. Whether you need a job or not, let's come and arrange everything. Let's arrange it so that you know, how do I position very well? How do I sell myself very well? If I have all this work experience, I have all these certifications, can I sell myself in such a way that is representing all the good stuff that I have worked hard for? There's nothing wrong with your Nigerian experience. You have seen it on this page. New immigrants, 6-figure job, blah, blah, blah. You to your own, let's arrange them. Let's run them. But it takes strategy. This strategy, you cannot find it on Google. If you go on Google now, they will tell you, your hair is beautiful. Your hair is beautiful. You should carry your dreadlocks to meet. I did not go tell you that. I'm Nigerian. Please. I don't go tell you that. I'm African. My career coaching is for immigrants. Africans. I have gone through a lot, enough to know what doesn't work for us. Your company is doing this. I want to go and write. Who are you to write? Find another job. You don't like the place again. If I already feel like I don't want to go there, I don't like this place, I'm looking for another job. No, but my papa company, I'm not going to come and start and look at hair. I'll go to where they will like me now. I know how. My resume is good. If I need a job, hallelujah, I'm going. I'm not going to go and be fighting a manager or something. I'm not Kenny, I'm Nigerian. There is strategy. You need to know stuff such a way that, the way every time they post layoff, I'll come and tell my people. They are posting layoff for my people that I put in Amazon. Are you looking for a job? Yesterday when I saw layoff, before I posted, I went to them. Hey, are you safe? They said they're firing people. They have not announced internally. Have you started looking for a job? Doctor, I'm not looking for a job yet. You're not looking for it. You want to wait until it gets to you. I'm saying this because some of you are here. You're saying, I have a job. Before you need a job is when you apply for a job. You don't wait until you need a job before you apply for a job. You should be applying for a job before you need a job. You should know your worth before you need a job. You should know you should have a resume that works for you and test it on the market. It can get you a job before you need a job. You cannot wait until you need a job. If you feel like you have to wait till you need a job, you are already desperate. You got to find jobs when you don't need jobs. That's how I have done it. Because I always look for a job when I don't need jobs. So I bargain very, very tough. I ask for a lot of money because I actually don't need a job. I'm not desperate. If you're on here, you feel like, I'll send this to my cousin. Have you forgotten that they are firing people everywhere? Everybody should be back to the market right now, looking. Whether you need it, whether you don't, it's just be back to the market. Be back to the market. Know how to find the job. Know what to do. Know how to present yourself. Know how to manage. Some people, they have a job, but you don't know office politics. I'll be teaching office politics at the bootcamp. You should be there because you don't understand office politics. So for that reason, you're not winning. You're always in your shell. You're doing your own thing. Why can't you be liked? Why can't it just be that it's your photo that the company is putting on their website like Dr. Hadi? Why can't you be liked? You can be liked. There is a strategy to be liked. And we're going to teach that at the boot camp. Everybody, thank you so much for your time. It's time to go. I have another session, and it's always good to come here. If you have not registered for the bootcamp, some people, it's not the bootcamp that they need. They actually need the mentorship. Get the mentorship. Some people, they come to the bootcamp. What is the bootcamp covering? The bootcamp is going to cover how to get a job in 90 days. I'll be teaching that at the bootcamp. Career advancement. I need to understand how to brand myself, professional branding, so that I can start to get opportunities from outside my company and within my company. I'm teaching that. Office politics, we're teaching that. The first 90 days on your job, what do you do? I'm teaching that. We're teaching a couple of things to help you advance your career. So if you need career advancement, there's a slot for you. I'm in other places. I want to understand how to move to America with green card from Africa. Can I move to America with green card? I will get green card. Yes. Come to the boot camp. Let's evaluate for you whether you qualify for that. The same thing that Canada does, America does it. It's not common. Come on to the boot camp. Let's teach you that. Yes, I'm in the UK. I need a job. This is for you. I'm in Nigeria. I need a job. This is for you. I'm in the UK. I need anything. Tomorrow, I'm bringing somebody. She got 3 job offers. She's in the UK. With UK people say, can we register? She's the person that we are bringing tomorrow that got 3 job in the UK. Is she not one of you? Ezine shared her testimony. She's in Africa. She said her salary went to 300%. Is she not one of you? For people who are in Africa who are saying, is this for me? It's for everybody. This works everywhere. I will bring somebody from Australia very soon. I'll bring her. I'll tell her, come and share your testimony publicly. Oh, let people hear you. From Australia, everybody. Whether you're in the UK, you're in Nigeria, you're in Canada, this works for everybody. It works for everybody. It's for everybody. I believe every African, we work hard. We work hard. We deserve to have what our work should be giving us. The good career, the good pay, the opportunity to become a global citizen, live everywhere. Look, what you have in your hand could be what they need to take you to America with green card. Come on Saturday, we are bringing Dr. Ozi. This is what she does for job. She will evaluate your credentials and tell us, do you merit American green card? The American green card method, you don't need IELTS. You don't need proof of funds. Age is not a problem. If you qualify, you apply. In 6 months, you're on your way to the US. Canada, different methods to come. Over 100 methods. We are bringing somebody. Come and tell us different scenarios. One thing I just know is that Africans can get better if we only invest very, very little in our own development. I'm not saying don't go and do another course, but that's not what you need right now. Let's get you to understand how to sell yourself. God bless everybody. Enjoy your evening. Come and chat with us. I'll be in the DM. I have a session, but my people are in the DM. And after that session, I'll jump in the DM for an hour or so. Some people are complaining they have not gotten response. I will come and respond to some of them myself. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you. Please share this with somebody that needs it. Come tomorrow, Facebook. Let's go back to Facebook. Facebook is where I started from. So please come to Facebook. Let's learn, not just from Dr. Hadi. Let me bring somebody who has done this and gotten 3 offers. Let her come and share her own strategy with you. Meet us tomorrow on Facebook. God bless you. Have a good rest of your day. Bye, everybody. Bye.